Hi, my name is Jo Peacock and I'm with a company called ConnectSphere. We're specialists in IT service management. Chances are that you've reached this page because you want to know more about ITIL and more specifically about service strategy in ITIL, and we're going to give you a quick overview now. If you want to know more about other life cycle phases or an introduction to ITIL, then please check out our other videos. So service strategy, what is its purpose then? Well, service strategy's purpose is to define and maintain what we call our 4 Ps, our perspective, our position, our plans and our patterns to do with managing our IT services. So what is our current position? Are we a world-class leader or are we someone that's looking to grow our business? That's our perspective. Are we wanting to grow our business or just simply maintain the status quo and just run the business or perhaps transform that? So that dictates what our plans are, and from there that will dictate how we choose to manage our IT services. In other words, our patterns. And so we need to understand what those 4 Ps are within our business in order to be able to translate them into a strategy for managing our services. And so our strategy's objectives are to understand what the business strategy is and then define services that will deliver value to that business, and also including the levels of investment and the financial outcome that is required by our business. What's the return on that investment? They're going to give us some money, we need to deliver a service. What return do they expect? We need to ensure that we have a working relationship between IT and the business. We can't deliver value if we don't understand what value is. So one of the first things that we need to look at is service portfolio management. And portfolio management is there to ensure that we've got the right mix of services to meet the needs of our business. In other words, what services do our business need to be able to deliver their service to their customers? Too often IT as a service provider is disjointed from the business by not understanding the business fully and therefore providing what we think the business needs rather than what the business actually really need to deliver value to their customers. So portfolio management is there to ensure that we actually deliver the right services to meet the needs of the business, not just what we think. Tied in with service strategy is financial management. Now, financial management is about the effective stewardship of our money. Financial management needs to ensure that we have the right funding available to be able to deliver those services. And we split financial management into 3 sections: accounting, budgeting and charging. Accounting is accounting for how much money we've already spent. Budgeting is looking at how much money we have to spend and apportioning that out. And charging is optional. Do we cross-charge our business or not? Do we cross-charge our business for certain elements and not for others? Key to this is business relationship management. And business relationship management, their job is very simply to build and maintain a relationship with our business. And as I've said, this is a very key process, because how do we understand if we are delivering value to our customer if we don't know what our customer values? So business relationship management will take responsibility for identifying who our customers are and what they value. By understanding what our customers value, we're then able to ascertain whether we have that ability to be able to deliver that value, whether we are supporting them or whether we're not simply supporting them enough, and whether we can do better to deliver value to the customer. Value is something that's very, very important in service strategy. We have to have a strategy for managing our services that delivers value to our business, because put very, very simply, if we don't deliver value to our business, then our business will go somewhere else. And that means that we have to understand the demand that comes from our business. We have to understand what we call here patterns of business activity, how our business works, because we need to be able to deliver services that facilitate their outcomes, that will help them achieve their business outcomes. And in order to do that, we need to understand how they intend to deliver their business outcomes. Very often in IT, we think we have an understanding of what the business wants to achieve, and we will deliver a service that we believe the business will value. But how many applications have you seen lying around on desktops that are simply not used? Oh, well, we got that one a few months ago, but to be perfectly honest, it's too complicated for us, so we don't use it. And that's the idea of service strategy, is to ensure that we're delivering value to the business and that we are setting strategies for our management that will allow us to be organized and capable of delivering value to the business. And that was service strategy. And if you want to know more about service strategy, or if you want to know more about the other life cycle phases, then please log on to our website at www.connectsphere.com.